US Secretary of State Antony Blinken and British Foreign Secretary David Lammy have arrived in Kyiv for the first time in years on a joint visit. Before the trip, Antony Blinken said that their visit would take place at a critical time for Ukraine.
The names of our countries, starting with the United and a number of other countries, support Ukraine until victory. And we are here, in fact, to continue working with you, to hear your opinion on how you see the events of the coming months and what we can do to support Ukraine.
President of Ukraine Zelenskyy called the negotiations with Blinken and Lammy meaningful. He noted it is important that the Ukrainian position is heard. We are talking about long-range weapons and about equipping combat brigades at the front. He also added that special attention was paid to the preparation of the Second Peace Summit.
Both of your countries have been leading the way in supporting our country from the very beginning.
Washington and London have announced new aid packages for Ukraine. US Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced the allocation of more than $700 million in assistance. He also noted that part of the funds will be used to strengthen the Ukrainian energy system. In turn, British Foreign Secretary David Lammy said that the United Kingdom had prepared a $780 million aid package for Ukraine. As the British diplomat noted, the funds will go towards Ukraine's urgent humanitarian needs.
This response is in keeping with our commitment to remain Ukraine's staunchest friend. And I'm proud of that commitment. I'm proud of Prime Minister Starmer's commitment to provide $3 billion in military aid every year that is needed in your fight. And today I can confirm more than $600 million worth of support for Ukraine, including $242 million this financial year for immediate humanitarian, energy and stabilization needs, as well as support for reform, recovery and reconstruction.
According to The Guardian, in Kyiv, Secretary Blinken made the strongest hint yet that the White House is going to lift restrictions on Ukraine's use of long-range weapons. As the British newspaper notes, Lammy and Blinken's visit to Kyiv would hardly have taken place if such a decision had not been made. However, it will not be announced publicly yet. In addition, as the newspaper writes, a number of restrictions may still remain. Ukraine needs to be able to destroy Russian means of killing and demolishing that strike at populated areas of Ukraine, stressed Ukraine's permanent representative to the United Nations, Serhiy Kyslytsya, during a speech at a Security Council meeting.
That is where they are located, and at a time when they pose a threat only to those who use them and not to peaceful Ukrainians. We need to force Russia to strive for peace, a comprehensive, just and sustainable peace in accordance with the principles of the UN Charter as provided for by both UN General Assembly Resolution ES 11/6 and the Ukrainian Peace Formula. It is the Russian dictator who doesn't want peace and is obsessed with territorial conquests. He needs Ukrainian cities, or rather their ruins, as a symbol of his victory.
US President Joe Biden stressed that Washington is working to lift this ban for the Ukrainian Defense Forces. In particular, on September the 13th, he may discuss this issue with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Reported by Diana Kolesnik, Христина Домбровська, UATV News.